What happens when the planet of expansion and luck is in the first house? Now, the houses are where the planets and these signs show up in all the areas of your life. And the first house deals with yourself, your physical appearance, how you present yourself to the world, how you want to go along your pathway in life. And so, when Jupiter is there, it expands and gives rewards for you going along with all of those things. Wonderful things just happen, and life feels very, very lucky in that way. So the first house deals with the physical body, your body. And the first house, all the houses correspond to the signs. All the houses correspond to the signs. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so ruling the head. Very head first, going in it and doing it because of the sign that it corresponds to. So physical body, your body may expand. There may be overeating. You may, it might be easy to get overweight. So be careful about that if you have this placement, and moderate your amounts. Know when to stop eating and how much that you should have, and know those healthy limits. And so that's one of the things I will say. But in terms of presenting yourself to the world and putting yourself out there, if you do what you want in your life and go along with your path and really, really live very, very much in your identity and not allow others to sort of hinder you from that, and accomplish your goals and go after your desires, then you'll greatly benefit. So Jupiter deals with wisdom, and so you're going to be gaining a lot of wisdom as you go through life, learning and growing as an individual. So, there's a real love for the celebration of life and the bounty that it has to provide as well. So, again, accomplishing your goals for Jupiter in the first house, because Jupiter is the gas giant, that super jovial thing. Santa Claus is an exuberance, and there's a cheerfulness that comes in with Jupiter in the first. Jupiter deals with luck and optimism, and the people with Jupiter in the first house embody those characteristics and traits in their own way. So you're very, very strong mentally, emotionally, and physically. And there's something about the law of attraction that turns you on. If you focus your attention on, this relationship, or this new job, or this business that I want to start, putting your mind to it and doing the work that it takes and putting in the time and the energy, then you can really, really succeed. And understanding that it does take you putting in the work, is another thing that I do want to say. And also, Jupiter in the first house is very, very giving, loves to serve others. And also not only serving, like being a teacher and being a caregiver to others, but also a motivational speaker, like uplifting others, inspiring others. Maybe someone's going through a very, very rough time, and you can turn them on again to life, and be that the person, like if the person's on a bike, you're sort of giving them that push of where they continue riding on the bike and then continue going on that path. So wonderful leaders as well. And so you're going through life and you're following your path, and others can follow. You can encourage others to follow their own path. And you can sort of help and guide others along your pathway as well. And so Jupiter looks at expansion of the mind and heart, because sometimes that information, all that data, what is the real meaning of it? What weight does it hold in the heart? What am I going to remember or take away that I can store in my own personal, mental attic, if you will? So both the mind and heart, both the knowledge and wisdom, is very high focus here, and in really any sign, any house. Now, on the downside, there can be overindulgence in food, as I said before, and other things. Overly optimistic. When I say that, I mean, stretching your sights too high, probably biting off more than you can chew. You think you can do this. You think you can, take this risk. Really, it doesn't work out as you thought. You thought you could climb up this mountain and go along to this ridge and get to the top of the mountain in this way, but it doesn't really work out. That you can, buy this for this price, or, do whatever. So know risks you can and cannot take when it comes to just being right or wrong. Kind to others, and also safe, self-safety as well, keeping yourself safe. And so, Jupiter on the first house is always on the hunt for the next venture in life, looking for growth, expansion, and also being a leader to others. And Jupiter also deals with faith and religion. So it could be very, very strong to be very much, living your life and also relying on a higher power to give you strength and to, be there with you and for you, assisting you along. So faith is another big area here. And then, there's also, because Jupiter looks at travel. So I'm very sociable in travel. This is a new group in, Bulgaria, or this, this person that you may meet in Spain, and, share this experience about being on the beach and enjoying a, whatever delights that it has to offer. So, that's another thing, open to learning, open to, growth as well. And so I also want to mention the number 3 numerology. And the number 3 numerology also corresponds to the sign of Gemini, which deals with communication. But the number 3 is about communication. So, there's also that comes in with this as well. So, politicians, and sort of, I'm encouraging you to join my party with the power of persuasion and with the gift of the gab. And so, this comes with the joyful attitude for life, and the real zest for it that you may have. And so it's fairly honest because it corresponds to Aries, and it's very, very honest, blunt sign, and loving to be in service, like I said before. So, again, I want to reinforce where to be aware is that you need to be grounded in reality, grounded in what can be. Logic is, A plus B equals C, and what you can actually do and what you just can't do, what is and is not possible for that situation. But here's the deal. The word impossible, if you break down the syllables, nothing is impossible, because if you break it down, I'm possible. So I would really, really encourage you, or anyone, to take what is impossible and make it possible. And do take the practical steps to, see it through and see it as a form, the thing coming to form in reality. And being patient for those results to come in and to, for you to reap those rewards. So that is Jupiter in the first house. Thank you for tuning